I'm living in that 21st century.
Personal conflict styles. There are 5 different ways in which people act when their needs are not met. Non-assertive behavior, direct aggression, passive aggression, indirect communication, and assertion. Non-assertive behaviors. Non-assertion is inability or unwillingness to express one's thoughts and feelings when necessary. This may be due to lack of confidence, lack of communication skills, or both. There are 2 forms of non-assertion: avoidance and accommodation. Avoidance is a response style in which the communicator is unwilling to confront a situation. This is seen through changing the subject, joking, or denying the problem. People who use avoidance find that it is easier than facing the problem and trying to solve it. Accommodation is a response style in which the communicator submits to a situation rather than attempts to have their needs met. Non-assertive behavior may lead to a loss of self-respect because it is hard to respect yourself when you cannot deal with a simple problem. However, sometimes this approach is ideal when the issue is temporary or minor, and it's better to save energy for more important matters.
Direct aggression. A criticism or demand that threatens the face of the person at whom it's directed. There are several types of direct aggression: character attacks, competence attacks, physical appearance attacks, maledictions, teasing, ridicule, threats, swearing, and non-verbal emblems. This type of aggression can have a severe impact on the target and significantly hurt a relationship. It can also be harmful on the attacker, as men who are more aggressive in conversation are more apt to die younger. Negative communication is more likely to be reciprocated than positive communication, so it tends to escalate very quickly. This is why direct aggression is viewed as incompetent by virtually everyone that experiences it. Passive aggression. This is when the communicator expresses their hostility in an obscure way to maintain a facade of kindness. This behavior is also known as crazy making, where people have feelings of anger that are unwilling or unable to express directly. Crazy makers send their aggressive messages in a subtle way that leaves the target confused, angry, or hurt. For example, if a neighbor's dog is barking loudly, constantly, and disturbing your sleep, you could take a passive-aggressive approach and complain to everyone else in the neighborhood in hopes that their hostility would force the dog owners to keep their dog quiet, in fear of being social outcasts. However, this could backfire. The neighbors may completely miss the point of your attacks and continue to ignore the barking, or they may get your message but be offended by your lack of sincerity and refuse to do anything to reach a solution. This is why passive aggression is likely to always have a negative effect on a relationship.
Indirect communication. This is an oblique way of expressing wants or needs in order to save face for the recipient. This approach has more initiative than non-assertion and isn't hostile like the passive aggression or directive aggression. For example, if you don't want to date someone, it is more compassionate to claim you're busy instead of bluntly saying you aren't interested. Communicating indirectly can also serve as self-protection. This, in combination with saving face for others, is why people generally tend to use this approach most often when making requests. There are times, however, when indirect communication can be misunderstood, so clarity and directness are the objective. A more assertive approach is preferred. Assertion. Not to be confused with aggressive behavior, this is an expression of a sender's needs, thoughts, or feelings that is delivered in a way that does not attack the receiver's dignity. It is considered a positive form of communication. Although it may not always work, the chances for a happy ending are best when using an assertive approach because you are expressing your feelings honestly and directly to maintain your self-respect. Which style is best? It is an oversimplification to assume that one style of communication is best in any situation. After this presentation, you may believe that assertiveness is always the most productive solution. However, a skilled communicator will choose the most effective style for a given situation. To decide which style will be most effective, you should consider these factors: the relationship you have, the situation, the other person, and your goals.